First impressions is I like the screen. The blacks are like super black. There's like no backlight bleed. And it's really easy to remove the back cover. You just undo that screw and then gently go along and unpop everything and it comes off. And I like that because then I can like clean the fans out when it gets dirty. And this is what it looks like inside. You've got an empty slot so you can add more memory. Here's the 256 gig SSD. And one of the main reasons I bought this is because I can add a hard drive. It has an empty bay with a little cage ready for a hard drive to be put in. With the computer idling on a web page, uses about 14 watts. And idling on the desktop with no programs open, it uses about 6 watts. Playing a movie and VLC player, it's about 18 watts. And rendering a video in Sony Vegas, it's using about well, it's going up and down, but pretty decent watt usage. Okay, I've noticed I've had a problem with a pop from the speakers, and so I googled Dell Inspiron pop from speakers, and I found this thread right here, speakers popping on Inspiron i7559, which just happens to be my exact model number. It's on the Dell community forum, and there's a fix for it. And this guy figured out the problem, and you got to do a registry edit. So I'll put a screenshot right here in this video, but it has to do with the power management to the speakers. But once I did this, it has fixed the problem, and I no longer get the little pop. And also, I kind of thought the speakers weren't acting right. I'd get more sound on the left side, so I went in to adjust the levels, and actually both speakers work perfect, but the problem is this subwoofer thing is tilted off to the left, so like most of your sound is coming from over here. So I just kind of like adjusted the subwoofer lower, and I think I just have to get used to it. Okay, here's the laptop. Comes with a warranty card, a quick start guide, and the power cable. It says 130 watts, and it is about 9 feet 2 inches long. And the power brick is 1 inch tall, 6 inches long, 3 inches wide. And here's the first power up. At first I thought that was going to light up, but it doesn't. Still looks cool. The fit and finish of the laptop is really nice. The materials are really good. I'm really happy with it. One thing of interest, other than the power LED, the only other 2 LEDs are the caps lock key, and there's a battery status indicator right here. When the battery is charging, it turns white, and supposedly when the battery is low, it turns amber. I do wish that the num lock key has a LED, but it doesn't. And there's no hard drive status LED. I wish it had one of those too. And with the keyboard backlight, when you press a key, it lights up. And when there's no activity, it'll shut off after 1 minute. And you can adjust these settings in C program files, Dell Quickset. There's a program called Backlight, and you can adjust the timing of everything and the brightness. On the right side of the computer, you have your Kensington lock, Ethernet cable plug, HDMI, USB 3, and a SD card slot. On the left side, you have your headphone, microphone combo port, 2 USB 3s, and your power port. And it needs a bunch of Windows updates. It's taking a little over an hour. Now it's about 2 hours and it's doing major Windows updates. And also go to the Microsoft Store and click on Downloads and Updates. And there's usually a bunch of stuff that needs to be updated. It also updated the NVIDIA GeForce driver. And after I do all the Windows updates, one of the first things I do is I create recovery media, and it does it onto a USB drive. You need at least a 16 gig flash drive so I can reinstall Windows in case the hard drive crashes. And probably the only bloatware is the McAfee antivirus, and I'll remove that and probably use Windows Defender. And in Update and Security, I activate Windows Defender. I like Windows Defender. I used to use AVG Free, and Windows Defender is a lot cleaner and it seems to work just as well. And before I install anything, the hard drive has 178 gigs of free space. And this is how long it takes to boot up.